fire a projectile led eventually to the steam engine and even the space rocket. For the next round, I will give you a countdown. This weapon is known as a Fowler, and it is actually a replica based on a gun that was recovered 40 years ago from a shipwreck near Plymouth. Now, similar guns were used on board the Mary Rose. And like many guns, the Fowler is loaded at the breech, and it uses two chambers like large metal beer tankards containing gunpowder. And this allows the gun to be reloaded quickly, making it effective in close quarters combat. The solid lead shot would be first loaded into the barrel. We will not be firing a shot today, ladies and gentlemen. It will be 2 blank rounds. The chamber is placed into the breech and it's wedged tight. Now I will give you a bit of a warning. It may be a small cannon, but it does give off quite a big bang. For any children that are likely to jump, I would recommend putting your hands over your ears at the start of the countdown. And like I mentioned, there will be 2 shots of this weapon. And as you can see, we're just loading that capsule, like the large metal beer tankard, into the cannon there for you. And it will be wedged tight using a pin and a mallet. The gun is then primed using a powder horn and fired by a slow match, which you can see Angie holding over there. Now the slow match is quite difficult to light in a normal condition, so imagine if it's blustery, it's wet and raining, and you're being fired at. Not the easiest thing to light when you're in close quarter combat. So the gun's being primed there, and this just leaves a trail of loose gunpowder down into the vent. So hopefully we'll get a lovely big loud shot for you today, ladies and gentlemen. And we're ready. This is your warning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire. I did give you a warning. If you jump the first one, you might want to put hands over your ears for the second.
I told you! Why are we so close?
Now what Tom's just put on the floor there is that capsule, or it sort of looks like a large metal beer tankard, which contains the gunpowder. So we're just loading in the second shot for you. And again it'll be wedged in tight, and he'll use the powder horn to leave that trail of loose gunpowder. Okay, this is your warning, ladies and gentlemen and children. If you do wish to cover your ears, then I would recommend you do it now. And we're ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, please. And we're now going to move on to our third and final piece in our demonstration today, which is the 25-pounder. Now, the 25-pounder is famous for its service during the Second World War, and this particular gun was used by the Honourable Artillery Company, formed during King Henry VIII's reign via royal salutes at the Tower of London. The 25-pounder quick-firing gun was first issued to the Royal Artillery in 1939, and it could propel a shell weighing 25 pounds to a distance of just over 7 miles. The usual detachment of 6 men could get the gun into action in just over a minute, and if required, fire 1 round every 12 seconds for a short period. 2 features of the 25-pounder are particularly distinctive: the muzzle brake and the firing platform. The muzzle brake, being shown to you now, is the box-like attachment at the end of the gun barrel. It has 2 holes on either side, which allows some of the gases from the propellant explosion to escape as the shell leaves the gun. And this helps to reduce the amount of recoil on the gun and its mounting. The firing platform is the turntable on which the gun is positioned, and the platform is vital in allowing the gun to be turned quickly to engage new targets such as tanks. And on the move, the turntable would have been slung under the carriage. The 25-pounder was used by the British Army to great effect worldwide and was renowned for its service in the North African Desert Campaign during the Second World War, and it remained in the front line for nearly 30 years. A special detachment of the Fort Nelson staff will now fire the 25-pounder. 2 rounds will be fired and there will be a countdown, again for the benefit of those with cameras and those who wish to cover their ears. And we're ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire. We're just loading in the second round for you, and this will be the final round of our demonstration today. And we're ready once again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our demonstration for you today. Please give the team a big round of applause. And in a minute we will open the barriers and you are more than welcome